Well, happy Friday. Hey, hey.
What's up, Michelle?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good on this. Well, I guess the sun's out now. And where I am, it was a crazy yesterday was all stormy. Today was overcast and raining, but the sun's out now, so hoping it'll be a good weekend. How are
Okay,
you?
I'm a little wet. It's raining down here, but
Oh,
hopefully the lights will stay on.
yes. We need that for sure. You ready to talk that stuff, American medicine? Get into
Always.
all the stuff, sweet tea and Damon cheating and all the kind of stuff that they threw out today. Yes, well, Sunday.
Let's get into the drama, baby. It's drama.
Yes, the drama of it all. So when we left, um, Quad and Dr. Jackie were talking, and she was like, I know you didn't think it was really me who did all that stuff. Oh, and I didn't even think of this. This is just a sidebar, but someone mentioned that Bunny, I think it was Bunny or whatever may have put it out. Was her name Bunny? The one that she
Yeah.
called her infertility issues. Now that would make more sense because
Uh,
she's been dogging Dr. Jackie all along. So to me, it would be good to go to her. I wouldn't doubt that she may have done it. But
okay.
yeah,
Okay.
so Dr. Jackie, I don't know, she just kind of cold, and I don't think it was almost like she did with Sweet Tea when she was like, I release you. She was just like, she'd rather have a friend than something. I'm just like, oh my gosh. So they made amends, seems like they're gonna be cordial. And then Quad also went to see Dr. Simone. Toya was not there, but Dr. Simone mentioned that, you know, well, she actually mentioned Dr. Simone that, hey, I hear you. Thank you for being there for me. And I don't feel like a conversation was finished on stage. So she made it seem like they had been hanging out, they were doing good. And then um, when she saw the show, it kind of took her back to where she was when it happened. So it kind of reversed things. But they,
Which makes sense. It happens all the time on these shows.
yeah,
They
yeah.
see what other people have like actually said,
Hmm.
and it kind of pisses them off. Makes
Yeah.
sense.
Because I feel like even Quad in the past with Dr. Heavenly that has happened. Because like her and Dr. Heavenly would be good friends, and then she would watch the show and be like, "Wait a minute, not you saying this." So, but they all seem to make up and be all good. I don't know how long that'll last. Even Toya, when they came back, she seemed to be fine with it. So I was
Yeah,
like,
they were in good spirits
yeah.
after they got through that first episode.
Yeah. Now, did you notice them like when they came back, they were kind of coaching Sweet Tea and was like, you could say something anytime. You don't have to wait until he talks to you. You can talk whenever.
Hmm. Hmm. But she asked, Sweet Tea asked the question, "Do I can I only speak when he asks me a question?" No, girl, you can talk
Yeah,
whenever you feel
every
like
time
talking.
talk. So Housewives 101. I'm not Housewives. Married to Medicine House. All of the reality 101 reunion. So she learned it. Now they get to her segment and they bring up all the stuff, that she went through and how she sent that baby emoji to Dr. G and was like, I can give you what you really want. And how she was like, well, I don't know if they even talked about her marriage, but I know they talked about her saying that what she's excited about is get more access to the money and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So they flashed that all back. And she did say that she had her surgery, her tubes are clear. So that's good.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you. I'm wondering why no one brought up the I mean, because she said it and they kind of made it seem like it was going to be like a running theme
Mhm.
that she could possibly be a gold digger. Well, I wonder why they didn't mention that during the reunion at all.
That's true. That's true. They didn't mention that at all. Yeah, I don't know. Because to me, like that, there was proof that she could be a gold digger. Like she in the DMs, and she literally said, I get more access to the money. So,
To
yeah.
which, at the moment, like a lot of them were like, hold up, wait a minute, did you really just say that? Like,
Yeah.
now it's quite possible that they got to know her and they filled her out and it's like, nah, she actually loves this man, yada yada yada.
Mhm.
But this is the reunion. Bring it up.
Bring the drum. Now, can you be a gold digger and also love the man?
Of course.
Of course. So yeah, because I do feel like she does love him. Like I feel like it's a legit couple. Would she be with him if he wasn't a doctor? I don't know. But, she learned to love him and he happened to have money.
I still don't understand why he's attracted to her.
I don't think
I don't
she's
see it.
I don't think she's unattractive. Um I don't think she's unattractive. I think she's country and I think naive, young, but like if
And
I
maybe
saw
that's what
her,
it is. Maybe that's what it is.
yeah, if I saw her, I wouldn't be like, ooh, why did you choose her? Because I don't think he's that. I feel like they're on the same level. Because I mean, it's not like Dr. G is no prize. He little, his voice is irritating. The only thing going for him is the money, which she now has more access to. So it's all great.
I still submit he looks quite nice with the salt and pepper beard.
Oh,
Quite
I
nice.
do agree. That was an upgrade. That did because when they flash back, and it seems like he may have got a little more fit, but I will say he does look nice in there. But it's not like a big range. Like I would look at them and be like, why did he choose her? Like I don't look at them like that.
And you said he got fit. Okay, so
Mhm.
personal knowledge.
Okay.
When you end a relationship, you usually end up losing weight because you're no longer like you're like
Losing? I thought you gained.
well, not me. I always lose.
Oh, okay.
Always lose. Cause I'm not in the bed. I'm not just laying around.
Mhm.
I'm moving. I'm doing things. I'm doing what I want to do instead of what you want to do.
Maybe it's a relationship, but marriage, people gain weight because maybe they get more relaxed and comfortable with. I don't know. I'm at this point making up stuff, but that's what I always heard. That, or maybe I'm talking about myself. Who knows? But Toya chimes in and said, I think she says to Quad or Heavenly, that she said that that what's her name? Sweet Tea wasn't a good fit for the show. And I think everybody said that, didn't they?
Well, not Heavenly. Heavenly actually believes that she is good for the show.
Okay,
Heavenly has said that even on her show, that Sweet Tea is good for the show.
Yeah, so I feel like her and Phaedra are kind of the. I feel like maybe season 2, she'll bring more drama and get used to like what we really want to see. But I don't necessarily think she's the best fit for the show. But she's getting there. She's getting there.
Okay, so this is what I'm going to say. I don't necessarily think it was her personality that was good for the show. I think it was her presence juxtaposed with the presence of Quad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Like that was good for the show.
Yeah, because that brought. I mean, when I think about it, what else was there? Did they have anything else?
The drama with going to wherever.
The show, yeah, to that thing, but. Yeah. So yeah, that's true. So we didn't need her on the show. Now with Quad, coming on the show with her ex-husband and his new wife, Andy asked Toya, like, would she be mad if Eugene had a new wife on the show?
I did not believe her at all.
Yeah.
I did not believe. Now, I did believe her when she said that she would have her own man and he would be looking good.
That I believe.
What she wanted to say was he would be looking better than the one she got right now. That's what she wanted to say.
And he'll be bigger if, and she'll probably tell the group too.
She would.
Oh my gosh. So Sweet Tea on Instagram said that Dr. Damon actually cheated on Heavenly and she believed Mariah. Now you said that I don't know if you had watched that season when Mariah was on there and she said, because I know Dr. Damon is cheating on you. Do you want me to bring the receipts? I'm sure you've seen the meme though. Haven't you?
I haven't seen. If I saw the meme, I didn't understand its context.
Okay.
But I saw the flashbacks. And until you just said it, I didn't understand what it was that she was saying in that moment.
Oh, yes. And so they were arguing and Heavenly will always say something, and Mariah had a mouth too. And so she said Dr. Damon was cheating. And she was like, do you want me to bring the receipts? And at that point, we could just couldn't believe, like, is Dr. Damon? I can't believe that he would cheat. She never brought the receipt. So we don't have any proof that he ever did. And for some reason, I don't get cheater from Dr. Damon. I don't get it really from him or Toya's husband. Like, I can't see them cheating. Cecil, yeah. I can see it. I don't know if it happened, but I can see it. And of course, the other one has cheated, so we can see it. Dr. Greg, I don't think I see him cheating either. But She said that when she asked Heavenly about it,
you can't see it from Dr. Greg?
Dr. Greg, what's her name's husband?
Short man, high voice.
Oh yeah, I guess so. I can't because he did invite the stripper to the wedding.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Like it looked like it goes down, and give it about 5 years, they would have about 2 or 3 people invited into their bedroom. I bet you. I bet you.
And she may be down. I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. But so that was her thing. She went on IG saying that she thinks.
Sometimes I'm surprised about the stuff that comes out.
Dr. Damon was in the back, like, to Dr. Greg, like, I know you for 10 years. Like, do you really think I'm a cheater? If so, say it. And Dr. Jean, he was kind of going back with him, and he was like, not really saying, he was like, I don't know, and you just never know. And they were all like, it's a yes or no question. And so he eventually said no.
Let me tell you what happened. Dr. Damon's nuts dropped. Dr. Greg's scrotum went up. That's exactly what happened.
That's what happened.
I am about to beat you on this show right now.
Oh God, what else? Oh, Quad and Heavenly said Sweet Tea buys fake bags, fake designer bags and labels from the African man. And
I didn't catch that. You always catch everything.
That was like part of the thing that they said that she buy, and she was like, "No, I don't." And they was like, "You told me." And then Quad was like, "She didn't tell me, but it came across my desk." So I have to use that one. It came across my desk. Like I didn't hear it, but let's see. Oh, Heavenly also mentioned that she was concerned about the controlling stuff. So that's why she mentioned to her best friend, like at that bachelor, I think it was a bachelorette party, that they probably should get married because he's controlling and all that kind of stuff. And that's also why she wasn't inviting, or she was disinvited to the wedding. And Sweet Tea was like, I never said that. I'm like, oh, the producer's gonna pull it out. So she was drunk. I think Heavenly had her taking shots, which you got to watch out now. So she was taking shots, and then she did say that he was controlling. She could see what Quad was talking about with the controlling stuff. And they also seemed like, I don't know if that's when they mentioned the alarm thing or not, but remember he faked the alarm.
Did they bring that up on the show? For some reason, I don't remember them. I don't remember that.
It may have been with the men, but he did bring it up. I feel like maybe Dr. Greg mentioned it when it was all the men talking, and he said he kind of regrets that, but he glad he did it. And his whole thing was, and I mean, it's almost like a parent to a child. So it was kind of like, your child doesn't believe what I'm saying, so I'm going to show you. And so he acted like they were being robbed, and she didn't, turn the alarm system on and do what she's supposed to do. So you're at risk. And my daddy did. It wasn't like that. But I remember when we were younger, we had bikes, and he kept telling us to bring the bikes inside, or in the garage or whatever. And we didn't. And so one day we went back out, and our bikes were gone. And we were like, oh my God, where are our bikes? And he was like, I told y'all to put them up or whatever. And then I don't know how much longer later, he actually pulled them out. He had put them up for us. And I think he put them on. We lived in Baton Rouge before we moved to Shreveport. And
I think really
he had a porch. Huh?
You were really young.
Yeah, really young. So we learned. He taught us young. Let's see. Sweet Tea asked Heavenly, why did she go on IG, and said that she lied about her endometriosis and all that kind of stuff. And well, Heavenly will say a lot of stuff, but I don't think she would think the girl would lie about it. But her whole thing was she would have done more research and basically found out earlier. I don't know if that's like.
But hold up, she said the doctor in me would have, and at that point, I thought all the women would just start laughing
because she a dentist. That's a real doctor, but it's not a medical doctor. Even with like somebody else that deals with the heart saying that, it's still kind of off. So anyway, but they kept going back and forth. Let me see. And I will say Heavenly was keeping her emotions pretty even.
She did really well.
She did really good.
Because your girl kept coming for her.
Okay, she was like, if you want a reaction, I mean, you about to get it. So the next segment, Alicia joins the stage, and let me see.
And can I just say, she's a beautiful chocolate girl. I didn't realize how beautiful she was until she came out on this. For some reason, I didn't really care for the dress, but I didn't realize how beautiful she was until she came out.
Oh, so yeah. I mean, I guess I always thought she was, but sometimes like those type things, you can see it more at different times. So like, oh, you know what? Yeah. So you didn't think Sweet Tea was more beautiful at the reunion?
No. She looked worse. She looked. I was like, how can you look worse? I'm sorry. Next season, I'll probably be like, "Ooh, she looks good," but right now,
okay. I will say though that now I don't think Dr. Alicia, I'm just assuming, has had any work, but pretty much the other ladies have had some work. I don't know about Quad, but they definitely had some work. So they may appear, because even honestly, if you look back when they do the flashbacks, and you'll see Dr. Jackie, Heavenly especially, and Dr. Simone, it's like they age backwards.
Well, can I say this? Mm-hmm. The earlier scene, because they showed a flashback of her daughter when she was really, really young, and she was talking to her. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And she was talking, I want to say, about her weight, but she looked smaller back then than she does now.
No. When she first started the show, she was not small. Like that picture that Sweet Tea put on the door, that's kind of how she came to the show. But I don't think I don't know, unless it was her face that looked, because they were sitting at the table. Okay. But Andy O'Shady himself, he asked Toya, he was just like, the trip seemed really light. And he said, I don't know if somebody asked this or he said it, but did sending Quad back make everything easier? And I don't necessarily think that was it. Sending Quad back made that trip easier. I think I mentioned this on one of the earlier things we talked about. Because Toya is usually one of the mess bringers, and it was her trip, she didn't bring no mess. So it was a peaceful trip for the most part, other than kicking Quad out, once they did that. Then it was, but I don't think sending Quad home was the reason it was peaceful. I feel like Toya's behaving. But they asked Heavenly or I think maybe Toya, was she worried about the people taking her new business seriously? And Toya said yes. And because Heavenly had, I guess, has talked stuff about her, said she had never worked a day in her life. And what did it say? She said some other stuff about her, and they asked, did her opinion change? She said yes, she has worked a day in her life. But she does still think she's lazy and a lady of leisure. So, and I don't know if I think Toya is lazy, but I do think she's a lady of leisure. I'll say that. Because to me, lazy means you just ain't doing nothing, don't want to do nothing, can't nobody make you do nothing. It's like lazy. I feel like with the kids, she has to do something. So, but she is a lady of leisure where she ain't moving for nobody,
Okay, so who's lazier? Toya or Robin?
Robin, I believe. Because the reason I'm thinking that is because, and I'm specifically, this is what came to mind when you asked that. With Toya, as far as I know, this was her first opportunity to have a business, and she took it and went running with it, and it seems like it's doing well. If I can remember correctly, I don't remember her doing anything else. Robin had that hat stuff, and people were reaching out to her, Macy's, Marshalls, all these people, and she didn't even respond. To me, that's lazy. And I feel like Toya may get up in the morning and and I do know, I think Robin was going through some depression, but I don't think it was totally odd for her to sleep in like that. So
I just wanted to know. What you
okay.
Because I thought that Robin was lazier.
Oh, okay.
But I thought it would have been funnier coming from you.
Let's see. Toya talks. Oh, I don't know. We can skip that part about her kids with sex education. Well, I guess we can't talk about it. Well, I guess it's good to be open with your kids about sex, but they were just trying to figure out, like, was she too open? Were the kids embarrassed by it? And she said her boys are different. She has one son who is kind of like, oh my gosh, mom, and the other one's like, tell me more type of thing. And so when they had sex education at school, she was like, okay, it's done. Let me get your iPad. Do you need to erase it? And he was like, yeah, I do need to go through and clear some stuff off. So I was like, okay.
He's learning young. He's learning young.
Right. Now, when I tell you the internet, they look at everything. So apparently they thought Heavenly had a secret grandchild because there was infamy.
So you never saw that?
Saw it like trending or saw it on the show?
Yeah, trending. You never saw that?
I did not see it trending. I did not see it on the show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I totally missed that part.
But to like freeze the frame and to find that, because it was even what they showed, it was very blurry, and they showed what it was, and I was just like, you got that from that quick? How is that even possible?
Oh my gosh. Now, had I been part of the trend and I saw that they had Infamil in there, I'm like, okay, y'all got to explain this, because who just has it? Like, I can see if maybe you watch.
Yeah, somebody came over, you were babysitting, that kind of stuff.
They left some, or you have a godson or something that you watch often in their baby, possibly. Mm-hmm. But she said that Dr. Dane is allergic, and so that's the only milk he can really drink, and so that's what he drinks. So
now, do you believe her?
To me, it sounds so far-fetched that I'd believe it. Like, it's almost like, huh? That's the only milk he can drink, but I guess, yeah. And he is a real doctor, so he may know that, because it's maybe like the powdered milk and stuff that they make for adults may be harsher on his stomach, and they know it may be pure because it's made for a baby's stomach. So I'm helping her, but I believe her though.
I believe her, but I'm the naive one.
Yeah,
I believe everything.
So Heavenly and her sister, so it was a little shade, but a little interesting. So she actually thanks what's her name, Sweet Tea, for saying her mom was in hell, because it made her sister call her, and it actually started to reestablish their relationship. And it seems like they're at least texting back and forth, calling not as much, but they do talk, and they have some form of relationship. So she turned that
into a positive.
Yeah. So that was interesting. And when they did show the clip, and I mean, it did seem like an off the cuff thing. It wasn't nice. It was kind of mean to me. Like, some stuff is off limits or whatever. I do know Heavenly was known for saying "your mama" a whole lot to people earlier in the season. She's gotten a lot better, but like, they actually was just like, okay, don't say that. Stop saying your mama for everything. Because I forgot it was somebody's mama. I don't know, but Sweet Tea seemed like she got the same little mouth where it's kind of like, all I can say is your mama. So she was like, your mama can go. But she said she is in therapy and dealing with her mom's death and all that kind of stuff. I did see lots of restraint from her. We'll see. I mean, we like the unrestrained Heavenly, but
sometimes it's good.
Yeah, sometimes it's good. So the husbands have arrived and they had their little session with Andy. Andy is so shady with the intro. So for Eugene, he was like, you help with Toya's weave today? For Curtis, he said, were you flying in from the DR tonight? And Greg, he asked him.
Well, and I want to know why Andy didn't ask if he has a girlfriend in the DR. I guess maybe it would have been too sensitive considering what happened this season. But that would have been the shadiest comment to have made.
And I think the shade was in that DR comment.
It was implied. It wasn't said. But
it was implied to me because I laughed out loud when he said that. I was like, no, he did not say. Because I kind of been saying it like, what you doing in the DR? And it just happened that they mentioned on another show what really goes down in the DR. So, and he stayed there this season. Like, he came back for a bachelor party and went back. He just like, okay. He asked Greg, did Phaedra really ask you for $4,000 a month? And so he said that he actually met Phaedra, they hit it off, and went out on a few dates. And this I believe, because it sounds so true, that she said she wanted a man that made at least as much as her, and if they're going to be exclusive. And I guess at the time he didn't have it, so nothing happened. He said in real life. So I don't know if he dreamt about it or whatever. So I do believe that Phaedra did ask him. I guess at that point, I'm sure she's making much more now. She was making $4,000 a month, and she needed him to match that. So they did ask them what has been the hardest part over the last 10 years. And Cecil mentioned his friend Tammy, his best friend, that he squashed the relationship, and he hasn't talked to her since that reunion when Simone was like, look,
this is because of a problem in our relationship.
Yeah. Now, when I thought about that, because let me just preface this by saying that every marriage is different, and some people can handle female friends, female to male friends, male to female friends, whatever. But when I think at the time, I was just like, yeah, just let her go. This your wife. You just got to let her go. But Simone, how she reacts to people and how she acts, I don't feel like I feel like, I don't know. I feel like she may have even overreacted with this lady, but I don't know. I just see how funny she acts.
And well, it didn't seem to me like in previous clips that I'd seen, because I never saw that. I never saw any of that, but I just saw clips. And I do remember a clip where someone asked her, and please correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm probably wrong, but someone had asked her if she thought that they were cheating, and she was just like, I don't think they're cheating, but too many things are happening for me not to consider the fact that they may be cheating, and that is bothering me.
That sounds familiar. Like I don't remember her ever saying she thought that he was cheating on her with this lady. To me, it sounds like, look, maybe like our relationship. Let's say like we're great friends or whatever, and all of a sudden my husband like, look, you talk to him too much, you just gotta cut it off. And it did seem like he was still hurt. He's still a little hurt about it because he seemed slightly emotional. I ain't gonna say the verge of tears, but you could tell he misses her. Because I'm assuming this is his friend, but I don't think they cheated, but I think their marriage probably was going through stuff, and he may have been venting to her about their marriage, which of course peed off Simone. And if you're going through stuff, everything's gonna make you mad. And so she probably was just on the list of things. And so I don't know. I mean, he has his wife and he seems fine, but I don't know if he's less happy and Simone is more happy now in the relationship or what, but they're still together. So that's all that matters. Let's see. Oh, Curtis talks about their struggles. That's what he called it, their struggles. So that's something that's been hard over the last 10 years. Andy talks about how the men handle the drama versus the ladies. And you just kind of show clips of the men kind of debating, but then dapping it up later, like we all good, even with Damon, with Daddy. I always say Daddy when I forget his name, Dr. Daddy, at the Met Gala, how they got together and just like, look, man, that wasn't right. That wasn't right, but I'm coming to you about that or whatever. So it's been consistent. The men never, I feel like they've been a little shadier this season where like, they'll talk to their wives and like, now watch out for Quad because blah, 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 or she don't mean nothing, so you have to watch your back. Don't trust them women. It was mostly, I think, Eugene, now that I think about it, but they're
Cecil too.
That's true. Cecil too. They may be a little shadier with their wives, but together they seem to be all good for the most part. They did ask about the invitation for the stripper for Dr. Greg, and he said it was a theoretical one. Okay.
Okay, so I want to say this. I want to say this about both Married to Medicine and also Potomac.
Yes.
Everybody's just letting the drama slide by this season. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Like, there are opportunities for there to be like real true drama, but I think in both cases, both shows or the cast of both shows are like, we need to reset. Let's not go too ham because we got to reset because too much has gone on, and we like this money.
And I think they have to wait because they know that they got to bring some kind of drama to keep the show rolling or whatever. But weighing how much it's going to affect my real life versus entertaining us or whatever.
Mhm.
And so maybe him going in on the stripper being invited to the wedding might have been a little too much. I don't know. Have you ever heard well, I ain't gonna say have you ever heard it, but the cocaine incident, I don't know if we can say it on the thing, but incident where, remember Dr. Eugene? Yeah. Yes. Have you ever heard of people, number one, doing that and then overdosing? Oh my gosh.
From ER.
Huh?
You remember that TV show ER?
Yeah, but I guess I never watched it.
Yeah, there was one episode where someone came in like that.
Oh my gosh.
Mhm.
But overdosing, or they just got it stuck?
Just got it stuck. But around the same time, I remember hearing stories about people dying from doing the exact same thing. So it wasn't my first time hearing that.
Oh, okay. Wow. So yeah, I guess I can imagine it made nothing.
Say it. Come on, say
No,
it.
I'm just saying like multiple sensations. So you get the sensation of it and the sensation of
being high.
The drugs and like
oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
It's extra intense. And then you die. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Dr. Damon misses Alara. That was cute. We already talked about the armed robbers in the house. Let's see. They were asking if Eugene and Toya was hard to please. And I guess the other men were kind of saying, because Dr. Damon said that his first date with Dr. Heavenly was pizza and kind of hanging out in the back of the high school. And when he felt her skin, he told us.
Now, my question was, in that moment, did you have sex on the first date? That's all I wanted to know.
That's what I'm just saying. Like, you feeling her skin. I mean, that must have been some super soft skin or what the skins. Because, yeah. Okay, pizza, y'all in the car, and all of a sudden she's your wife. I'm like, she put it on him. Maybe that's when she started her magic. You know what? She said she know what daddy likes, and probably started there.
Okay,
she got her man.
They started with KY close.
Right. They started with the whole nutsack combo with the men and Kimba and happy wife, happy life. And so they kind of start talking about it. And
by the way, let's stop.
Yes.
I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what nobody say. Okay, so look, we can say Apollo looks good, but Kima, whatever, he looks good. He looks good. Yup. I said it. He looks good. He looks.
Do you have a clip of him? Because I need to say it again. Like, I don't think he's ugly, but I never will come out my mouth that, ooh, he looks good. Like,
it's not even his face. It's not even his face. He was very well put together. His suit, his lack of socks, his shoes, all of it. His whole package. It was just.
Okay. You mean he's like, oh, you're looking good. Like,
yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like attractiveness looks good.
I think he's attractive. I think he's attractive. Okay. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you say.
No, okay. Because I don't think he's unattractive, which I guess the opposite of unattractive is attractive, but I would not. Okay. I feel like he's just regular, like nothing I would even discuss or mention. It's kind of like,
okay. Okay. Now, how much of
Now,
that is because of what he brought this season?
that may have a little to play, but even if he didn't, I think I would just be like, okay, yeah, I'm not like, it's not a lot of people that I'm just like, oh, they're ugly, like they're whatever, but he's just kind of like regular, like the other husbands or whatever. I feel like Dr. Damon honestly is the most attractive to me. I think it's something about him. I don't know what it is. Yeah, and even when they flash back, I was like, okay, I see. And I see remnants of that too. But his beard helped him too. I will say that. So they get into his whole chauvinistic, all that kind of stuff, and he claimed that men are suffering in silence and that they should not be unhappy to the detriment of a woman. And I mean, I can agree that nobody should be unhappy in a relationship to please the other person. So it shouldn't be that.
While I understood his point, I think 2 years without sex and still being married, I think most men would have said something well before then.
Wait a minute, who said 2 years? Wait a minute, maybe I'm.
He said in his hypothetical, he said some men are going, they're married, they're going 2 years without sex, and they're unhappy. I think most men would have said something about it a whole lot sooner than 2 years.
Hopefully, yeah, and yeah, and he also mentioned, what else did he say? Women been running things for too long, and one of the husbands, I think it was Dr. What's Toria's husband, Lord? Eugene?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. Did I say you? Wait a minute. What's Dr. Heavenly's husband?
Damon.
Okay, I said it right. I was going to say, okay, but he said that him and Toria are 50-50. And I think it's hard in any relationship to say we're 50-50. I feel like it fluctuates where it's 100% all the time, but it's rarely 50-50. I feel like it's like
60-40, 55,
yeah.
45. Yeah. And it does this.
Yeah. And his is absolutely not 50-50 because we've seen you cooking, we've seen you cleaning, we've seen you working, we've seen you doing everything, Dr. Eugene. So any case, but Kimber feels like it should not be 50-50. It should be 49-51.
That I didn't understand that. Yeah, I didn't understand that. Like I understood what he was trying to say, but at the same time, what he was basically saying, what my ears heard was, I'm running this house at all times, and you're doing what I tell you to do.
Yeah,
that's what I heard.
At no point are you running things. Like even if you think so, I'm still 51, and it's their home. She seems happy. She's defending him, and it could be like I was thinking at first like he maybe pumped it up a little bit for the show, but I think that's who he is. And she know who she married because I don't think he was opposite and then changed, right away. But I think it probably wasn't as bad before they had kids. So I think what happened, because remember she said she actually mentioned the word divorce or something like that when she was pregnant or something. So I think when they were fine and she was single, she had time to cook and be that wife. But once she got that child and he ain't helping, that's like, wait a minute. And not only do I have one child, I'm pregnant with another one, and you still want me in here cooking and stuff, So I think
that's unrealistic.
Yeah. So that's when he should have pumped his 51 up to 75 or something, because his 51 ain't helping. His 51 is owning, being the top.
Yeah, it's putting too much stress on her, especially if you want her to be happy. If you want her, you need your wife to be happy. You need her to be healthy, and all that added stress. That's not a good situation, especially if she's pregnant. Not a good situation
for sure. So let me see. He said he was just joking about the trading stuff, but he wasn't joking about the oral stuff. So it was kind of like, yeah, you got to train your wife. That was him, I guess, pumping stuff up. He wasn't.
So this is the thing. He is no longer in Jamaica. No longer in Jamaica.
Or Africa or Jamaica. Yeah, but he said he grew up in Jamaica, basically. So
this is the first thing. If somebody wants to go down on me, I ain't stopping you.
I can't believe he's stopping it. And I don't know if Alicia was a virgin when she got with him, but to me, like it's essential to, you know what I'm saying? Like, and what are y'all doing? But I don't know.
Did they get married in 1980?
I know. I'm just like, where he come from? And I mean, I haven't been with anybody from Jamaica or anything, but I'm pretty sure it's not cultural all across the board.
I have, and that's the first thing they go for.
So Kimba, you're wrong, brother.
Get with the program. Get with the program.
That's your family. That's just the Kimbaites. Yeah. So they ended that session and then, you know, went back to the women and start bringing the chairs out to put behind the women because it was, you know, the men about to come out. And I think he asked Dr. Greg, was he kind of nervous or how, you know, he doesn't look forward to seeing Quad basically, but they put an extra chair there and it's kind of behind Phaedra / Quad, and you know how Phaedra be lying. So Quad, you know, asked, you know who that chick
she was rocking. She
well,
when she get nervous, she started rocking.
You know, but Quad literally asked her, "You know who that chair for?" She was like, "I don't know."
Rocking,
yeah,
rocking. Anytime she lying, she rocking.
And so across people's like, well, it's either her or Phaedra, like somebody there. And of course, we already know because they kind of put that in the previews. But Apollo comes out, so we'll see. And you said you thought Apollo looked nice.
Yes, he did.
I think so too. Joe did him well. No, I'm just saying. Yeah, but he did. He looks nice. He looks nice. So,
and he said, "How long were you in for?" He had 5 years to get it tight. 5 years to get it tight and right.
So yeah, but I think he's remarried if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. So I don't know if he has a legit job now or what, but hopefully.
There you go. There you go.
But hopefully he's doing well, and we'll see him next episode.
Oh, wait a minute. Do you think Phaedra knew what he was doing all along? Because I think she knew.
I think she knew, absolutely.
That's why she divorced him.
Yeah. She was like, you know what? I'm not about to get. And I think he saved her because I feel like not that she was involved, but she probably benefited and may have helped in some kind of way. Yeah,
I agree.
But anyway, so but
the only thing that saved you know what? The only thing that saved her was the fact that she had his kids.
Yeah,
and somebody got to watch them kids.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm thinking.
I agree. I think he probably, even though like seemed like she wasn't the nicest to him, he didn't throw her under the bus because he didn't want the kids, you know, out there on the street. You know, Mr. President gotta be raised by somebody.
And the prince.
Right. Oh my gosh. So yeah, but that was it. We got one more episode of this reunion before this season is done.
Yeah. All right. Until next time. Oh, but hold up, wait a minute. We're gonna cover Real House of yeah. Did I say Real House? Real Housewives.
Yeah, it is.
There we go.
Yeah, now, I just finished it.
In about 5 minutes.
Yeah, so we'll
okay.
Bye.